Hello. Today is a very special day. Obviously, you saw the title and thumbnail. Come on now. Ironheart. Okay, look. Now, I know the last three videos I made on this channel was kind of like a break and a weird like tangent from what I usually make, but it was important because it was talking about real life and y'all need to really like do some research and learn and understand how the country, if you're an American, anyway, understand that. But that's not the point. Today is about Ironheart. Okay, Ironheart is so good. I don't think I think this might be one of the best in the whole phase. Actually, in the last two phases. I don't even remember. I don't even know what phase we're on. I think we're on like phase 5. I don't even know. I don't think there's a phase at this point. I've given up on the phases, but I kind of want to not give up because I'm big on like the lore and I kind of want to understand what the universe is. I'm still planning on making a video about the lore of the MCU and like the world building of the MCU and seeing how that all works out. I'm still working on that, but um man, this show is really good. This show is Riri. She is exactly what I need her to be. Like they knew what to do and they did it. Okay. Now, if you know my opinion about Black Panther 2, you know that I wasn't a big fan of Riri in that movie cuz I think they characterized her in a different way than they characterized her in the show. I think in the movie she kind of was just shoehorned in and it made sense, but at the same time I was like mm, mm, I needed more. You know what I'm saying? I needed more from Riri, and we got a TV show, and she deserved a TV show. And you know what? I'm glad she has a TV show. I'm glad they greenlit it. They barely marketed it the way it should be marketed, the way they market other TV shows or they market like other movies. But the people showed up. Okay, the black community showed up to watch Ironheart, and that's what's really important. Okay, everybody, people showed up. I mean, and obviously the show got like review bombs by people who obviously don't like seeing a black woman as a main character. Okay, that's obvious. But like outside of that, like this show is just it's written well. The characters are interesting. Like I actually felt like genuinely like when Riri did something, when Riri made a decision, I was sitting here like, oh my god, Riri, oh my god, Riri, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? What's this happening? Why is that happening? Oh my god, please don't do this. Like I was genuinely like serious, like I man, I don't even man, I could just so I just want to like sing my praises for the show. Great show. Um, uh, the Natalie. She's probably she's my favorite character. I like Riri. She's my second favorite. Natalie's my favorite. I'm biased because um I don't know if I should say that. I don't know if I should say, but I'm be honest with you, man. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me shut up. Let me shut up. Turn your man brain off for a second. Okay, look, as a character, I think Natalie as being like Riri's like second other half is so cool. Like I like that. I think like it makes sense. I love that Riri is getting that. I'm glad that it's not just Riri. I'm glad it's like Riri and Natalie, um her AI friend, kind of like what's it called? Vision, but not Vision. What the fuck was it called? Jarvis, but a better version of Jarvis, right? Jarvis was the blueprint. Natalie was the better version. Okay, I'm just be real with you, and I'm just very excited to see where it goes. I'm glad that there's magic. This show is using magic in the universe now. I'm so happy. I'm so glad because the hood is really cool. His character is so complex, so interesting, and like the whole like I'll be real with you, the team of the Hood's team, right? The not Riri, but the team that Hood had before he met Riri. I I'm not super invested in them because I don't think they're gonna stick around much longer. I watched the first 3 episodes, by the way, and there's no other episodes right now. As the time of this recording, it's only 3 episodes. And I'm not. I'm not. I can't. I don't know if I should be. What's it called? I don't know if I should be really trying to like these people or not like these people because honestly, I don't really care about them because it's like I don't know. I don't see them surviving the rest of the show. I see them dying. I think they're gonna get killed. I think they're gonna get offed. Okay, they already got rid of Andre. Rest in peace. Um, or Rampage, right? They got rid of Rampage. He's gone, right? Sorry, you should have watched the show already. By the way, spoilers, spoilers, spoiler talk. It's just spoiler talk. By the way, I'm gonna add that in the title. But, yeah, they got rid of Rampage, and I was like, okay, so are they gonna do that over the course of time, right? Because they already got rid of Rampage. They got rid of another guy, um, uh, John, right? So I have a feeling that the more that the Hood is doing these activities, uh, the less people he's gonna have on his side, and that's what the Hood wants. I think the Hood, specifically the magic force behind the Hood, is actually going that wants the Hood him specifically to just crash the fuck out. Like this this Hood wants him to crash out. That's I think that's what it wants. It wants him to just lose his mind and just start killing people, or start killing whoever. Right? That's my theory. Um, and I think it's gonna be really crazy because they're gonna have a whole fight, and obviously we saw like clips of Riri kind of like figuring out a way to input magic into her suit. I don't know how she's gonna figure that out, but she's gonna figure it out, and it's gonna be badass, and that's gonna make her unique from Stark, which I'm glad they're doing that. I'm actually really glad that they're doing the way to kind of like differentiate her from Stark is that she's also able to use magic. She knows what magic is. She knows how to use magic, right? Or at least how to implement like certain magical charms and stuff like that in a very basic sense, right? Which kind of actually brings her she's which actually makes it cool because now she's probably going to run into actually it increases the chances of her running into Doctor Strange more, right? Which actually would be so cool. I would love to see Doctor Strange and Riri go on a mission together. I'd be so happy. This would be peak. I don't care. It'd be peak cinema, bro. And she's probably going to be a young Avenger. I think she's going to be a young Avenger as well. Because we already have Kate Bishop, we have Cassie Lang, we have America Chavez, we have Miss Marvel, we have Black Panther, um, and yeah, that's the five. That's a full squad. That's a full team. I think that's the full team. I actually think that's the Young Avengers team right there. So they're gonna be the new events. Oh, and I don't know what Wilson's gonna be doing. I don't know what team Sam Wilson's gonna make, but he might make the Young Avengers. He might as well. And he got Isaiah Bradley, or Isaiah Bradley's son, or grandson, I think. The Patriot. So I'm curious if the Patriot's gonna show up. Probably not, because he would need super soldier serum for that, and they don't have any. Uh, so yeah, I'm curious what they're gonna do with that. Unless it's genetic. Unless the Patriot gets his powers genetically because of the super soldier serum inside of Isaiah Bradley. That'd be kind of crazy if they implement that. That'd be a new way to implement the super soldier serum without using it. But yeah, I'm very curious about that and what they're gonna do with that. Yeah, that's pretty much that's pretty much what you want to talk about. What I wanted to talk about. I think this is going to be really good. The next 6 episodes, next 3 episodes. I think it's a 6 episode series. I'm not sure how long the series is going to be. It's probably going to be 6 episodes. And that's good enough for me. And then we're going to see where they go from here, because the Marvel universe is getting big. It's getting big, and it's only going to get bigger from here. So we got to figure out what teams is going where, right? And who is going where for what teams. And I am very curious what they're going to do. I just hope this is a new era and we get Blade. I know it's kind of a departure, but at the same time, Blade is mythical, and he's more of like a vampire esque mystical, not really magic, but more of like mythological stuff. So I'm curious what that's gonna happen. Werewolf by Night though did happen as well, so I think that was an actual thing, and I think that leads up to, if they're going to do a Blade movie, it's probably going to be off the backs of Werewolf by Night, and it's probably going to be like they're going to mention Werewolf by Night specifically, or he's going to be, or the werewolf in that show is going to be, or movie is going to be in the Blade movie or whatever. We'll see. But outside of that, Riri is an amazing character. I love her. I loved how smart she is. I love how she's more than just smart, right? She is really good at, like, just, she's complicated. I think I like that she's complicated. I like that she's actually not just a goody two shoes, right? I think that adds a lot to her character. I think that adds nuance to her character, right? Because a lot of times when they write younger heroes, they tend to like, kind of like how Miss Marvel is. Miss Marvel is not really nuanced. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Miss Marvel, but she's not nuanced. She is, but she's not. But she doesn't have a moral, like, conundrum that she's dealing with. The only moral conundrum she's dealing with is that she's a superhero and she wants to be a superhero, and the moral things that come with being a superhero. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Riri actually has a genuine conundrum where she's like, "Oh, I need to do this. I need to do this morally gray thing so I can take care of my family, because that's, or take care of my family and do the suit, right? Because I want this suit to be something big and something, and she has to figure out why she's doing this. She and oh yeah, Ezekiel Stain. that's that is huge. Honestly, Ezekiel Stain is going in a different direction than the comic books, and I think that's interesting. I'm not gonna act like I've read everything that Ezekiel Stain has done. I've just did a little bit of research when I found out that he was Ezekiel Stain. I was like, oh, that's interesting. So from what I've read, they are taking a different detour with Ezekiel Stain, and I think that's good. Now, the question is whether he's going to stay a good guy. We'll have to find out. I'm hoping he does. I'm hoping he's like, kind of like, they kind of can use him as um like a benefactor for Riri. And at first when I first was watching the Ezekiel and Riri relationship kind of like start, I was kind of wary a little bit, because I was like, well, why does she have to have a white benefactor? Why can he be, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, he can be. I get it. I get why he's, obviously because he's the son of Obadiah, but like, I thought it was interesting how, like, the more morally gray black characters, um with Red Hood, not Red, the Hoods group, were all like darker skinned, and they were on the outside of skirts of society. They were morally, but at the same time, it's like, it is realistic, because it's there's, you know what I'm saying, there's people who just live outside of society because they just can't, it just doesn't work for them, right? And you can see that through Riri's family. Riri's family is a normal black family, right? For the most part. And I like that they kind of like dialed in on that, including I'm kind of confused by the energy and the vibe between Xavier and Riri. I'm not sure what is going on there. I will be real with you. I was getting a little bit of like romance energy, and that may just be me just projecting. I could be just crazy. I tell me if I'm crazy, okay? But I was like, are they supposed to be like lovers or some shit? What's going on? Why is the energy feeling this way? I think they're just supposed to be my brain, I want to believe that they're just because they're like step siblings, but not anymore because the dad died, so like they're not really they're not really like family per se anymore, but they kind of are. I'm just curious where that's going. I don't know. I don't know where Xavier fits in all of this. Besides him being like the sister, I mean the brother of uh Riri's friend, right? So, or I guess stepsister, right? I'm not sure the family dynamic. I'm not sure the family dynamic because he said my dad and your friend, or my dad and my sister, but they showed. I'm not sure. They kind of didn't. I feel like that family dynamic isn't really being. It didn't really tell us too much, and I'm not a fan of that. I need to know who's who and what are the labels in the family because I was getting like he was inviting her out to parties. He was like the way he was talking to her, the way she was, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Tell me if I'm crazy in the comments below. But I feel like there was a little bit of energy there that I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going on with that. Um. Also, Riri seems to be bi-curious at the very least, which is cool. Uh, and yeah, you know, there's that. You know, so uh, that's all I got. I don't know what else. I think it's just rambling of just stuff. I'm very curious where this is gonna go, and I'm invested, bro. I'm invested. Each week we gotta be here. Each week, bro. Well, I might make it. I make another video after the season ends, and we'll talk about it. Um. So yeah, and I obviously I'm doing this, and I'm like not what's the word? Uh, I'm not editing this video. I'm just talking. It's just a talking head video. Cause I just don't care. I don't care about editing anymore. I was so strict to myself about like, oh, I gotta figure out how to edit this stuff. Also because the editing software on my computer just doesn't work. DaVinci it refuses to open up. I don't know why. I try to download it again. It doesn't work. I try to download. I deleted it. Downloaded it again. It doesn't open up anymore. I don't know. I don't know why DaVinci Resolve isn't working on my computer. Um, I don't want to use CapCut, so I'm kind of shit out of luck. Okay, so I'm just gonna just have these videos be talking heads, bro. Y'all just gonna see my head in my ugly ass room. Okay, it is what it is. Okay. I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love. Stay awesome. Stay wise, and don't forget, stay educated. Okay, intelligent. Yes, I said that all wrong. Intelligent independence. That's not the word. That's not the word. Intellectual. My brain was going intellectual independence is important. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm losing my mind over here. Not actually, but kind of. I don't think I ever had my. I don't think I ever had a mind to begin with. To be sometimes I don't. Sometimes I feel like I'm not gonna get into it. Okay, I don't want to scare y'all, but at the same time, you should be scared for everybody's sake. I still got skits I want to make. I still got like videos um that I want to make. Um yeah, T23 is not going anywhere, by the way. I'm trying to change the name. I'm probably going to change the name. I don't want to call it T23 anymore, but that's just a little update at the end of the video. Okay, if you care about that type of stuff. Okay, I don't know if y'all care about that type of stuff. I haven't really talked about T23 in a while. Okay, but that is still being made. I don't know. Y'all want to see? Y'all want to see? Oh, look. Most people have clicked off the video by now. Okay, so if you're still watching, I appreciate you. Okay, but let me show y'all um the stuff I've been working on with T23. Okay, when I tell you I've been like building this universe out, I'm not joking. Okay, it's taken a while, but it's happening. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, I have a lot here. Little sneak peek. Boom. Look at that. Boom. Boom. Look at that. When I tell you I'm not joking. When I tell you I'm making a universe, I'm dead ass making a universe. This planet of Earth is going to be real. It's going to be, you know what I'm saying? So I just want you guys to just, be aware that I'm making stuff, okay? Um and it's gonna be awesome. Okay, I might try to make this into a book, maybe. But I really want it to be like a animated series. I would love it to be an animated series. I think it'll be amazing as an animated series. But that costs money. And I'm not an animator. So I'm just gonna build out the universe, and then I'm gonna eventually hire animators, and then it's gonna be a whole thing. It's gonna be awesome. Okay. Maybe a comic book like Corey Kenshin. Just an idea. Just an idea. Just an idea. Okay. Let's just ideas. Okay. I'm not saying specifically anything. Okay. I'm just saying that's the idea. Okay. If y'all, it's just only for people who are genuinely interested in the storylines that I'm making, but it's just an idea. Okay. Don't quote me yet. The mimic. Okay. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay awesome. Stay wise. All that good stuff. Love yourself. Love others. Hug somebody today. I'm probably yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know. I'm yapping. Much love.